My mom's dying. The CEO's son begged the janitor. But what he did shook the entire company. Picture this: a frantic young man, heir to a billion-dollar empire, drops to his knees in a gleaming corporate hallway, begging a janitor mopping floors at midnight. His plea isn't just for help, it's a cry that will unravel secrets, shatter egos, and transform an entire company. Stick with me to uncover a twist so shocking it'll leave you speechless. If stories of raw emotion and unexpected heroes move you, smash that like button now and subscribe to Kindness Stories for more tales that prove humanity's brightest moments shine in the darkest times. The city skyline sparkled like a constellation against the night, but inside the towering headquarters of Apex Innovations, the air crackled with desperation. It was past midnight, and the 50th floor, home to executive suites, was silent except for the hum of fluorescent lights and the soft swish of a mop on marble. Elias Thorne, 28, son of Apex's ruthless CEO, Alexander Thorne, paced outside his father's office. His usually pristine suit was rumpled, his hair a mess, tears streaking his face. His phone burned in his hand, replaying the doctor's words, "Your mother has end-stage kidney failure. Without a transplant soon, she won't survive." Margaret Thorne, 55, had been the heart of the family. While Alexander built Apex into a tech giant through cutthroat deals, Margaret raised Elias with stories of compassion. Now, she lay in a hospital bed, her vibrant spirit fading, tethered to machines that beeped like a countdown. Every option, private donors, international appeals, even shady underground contacts, had failed. No match. No hope. Until tonight. Elias had overheard a snippet in the break room earlier. Employees gossiping about the janitor, Harlan Jenkins, a quiet, limping man in his late 60s who'd worked nights at Apex for over a decade. "Heard he's got some rare blood type," one said. Donated to a stranger once, back in his hometown. Elias's heart raced. Could Harlan, the invisible man who emptied trash and polished floors, be their miracle? Desperation drove him down the hall, his polished shoes echoing like gunshots. There, in the dim lobby, was Harlan, gray hair under a faded cap, overalls stained, humming an old folk tune as he pushed a yellow bucket. "Mr. Jenkins." Elias's voice cracked. Harlan turned, his kind eyes sharp behind thick glasses. "Can I help you, son?" he asked, voice gravelly but warm. Elias collapsed to his knees, the CEO's son reduced to a beggar. "Please, my mom's dying. She needs a kidney transplant. I heard you might be a match. AB negative, right? Please, test for it. Donate. I'll pay anything, a house, a car, retirement. Just save her." Harlan's mop clattered to the floor. He stared at the young man groveling, a flicker of pain crossing his face. "Son, get up. This ain't no place for that." But Elias grabbed his hand, squeezing tightly. "She's everything to me. Dad's too busy running the world, but Mom taught me right from wrong. Please." Harlan helped him up, his calloused hands steady. "I'll think on it. Money ain't what I need. Go home. We'll talk tomorrow." Elias nodded, wiping tears, hope flickering. He didn't know his plea would unravel secrets that would shake Apex to its core. Morning brought Apex's usual chaos. Programmers typed furiously, executives barked orders in glass-walled rooms, and the lobby's stock ticker flashed green. Alexander Thorne, 60, sat in his opulent office, reviewing reports. With his silver mane and icy stare, he was corporate royalty, Forbes covers, private jets, a Bayview mansion. But his marriage had frayed under ambition. Margaret's illness? A distraction. "She'll pull through," he'd mutter, diving into work. Elias burst in without knocking. "Dad, I found a potential donor. Harlan Jenkins, the janitor. He's considering it." Alexander's eyebrows shot up. The janitor? Are you insane? We're thorns. We don't beg the help. Elias stood firm. He's a match possibility. I begged him last night. On my knees. Alexander's face reddened. That's humiliating. Fire him if he refuses. We'll find another. But Elias, fueled by his mother's kindness, snapped, "This isn't about power. It's about saving Mom." Grumbling, Alexander waved him off. Fine. Get HR to offer a bonus. Keep it quiet, no scandals. In the basement maintenance room, Harlan sat on a rickety stool, staring at an old photo in his wallet, him and his late wife, Clara, her eyes full of laughter. She died years ago from the same kidney disease now plaguing Margaret. Harlan had donated to a stranger then, but it hadn't saved Clara. The memory stung. Why help the thorns? Alexander's apex thrived on profit, not people, layoffs, cut corners, employees treated like cogs. Harlan had seen it all, cleaning up messes while ignored. Yet Elias's plea lingered, those desperate eyes free of entitlement. Harlan sighed, dialing the hospital. This is Harlan Jenkins. I'd like to get tested as a donor. Tests confirmed it, a perfect match. Harlan agreed to the surgery, but with a condition: he wanted to meet Alexander privately. That evening, in Alexander's office, Elias paced outside while Alexander eyed Harlan suspiciously. Name your price, Jenkins. Make it quick. Harlan chuckled, leaning on his cane. Price? You think everything's for sale. Let's talk value. I've been here 12 years, cleaning your messes. Seen good folks broken by your efficiency drives. Remember the R&D layoffs? Engineers tossed like trash. Alexander bristled. Business is business. Your point. Harlan pulled a faded envelope from his pocket. I ain't just a janitor. I was Dr. Harlan Jenkins, Ph.D. in biomedical engineering. Invented the algorithm for your flagship AI, the one that made Apex billions. Alexander's eyes widened. Impossible. That patent's mine. Harlan slid the envelope across. Inside were blueprints, emails from decades ago. You were my intern in '95, Alex. I mentored you at my startup. You stole my work, patented it, bankrupted me. I lost everything, my company, my savings. Clara got sick during the lawsuit. Stress killed her faster than the disease. Alexander paled, memories flooding back. He'd buried that guilt, convincing himself it was survival. I built on it. Made it better. Harlan's voice was steady. You built an empire on my back. I took this janitor job to watch you. Never planned to reveal myself, until Elias begged. Margaret doesn't deserve your sins. The room spun for Alexander. His legacy, a house of cards on stolen genius. What do you want? Revenge? Sue me? Harlan shook his head. Kindness, Alex. Change. I'll donate the kidney. In return, announce me as co-founder. Reinstate fair wages, no layoffs without cause. Fund employee health programs, like what could have saved Clara. Apologize to your family. Tears welled in Alexander's eyes, his facade cracking. Why? After what I did? Harlan smiled faintly. Hate destroys. Your son reminded me. And Clara, she'd want this. Alexander nodded, broken. Deal. The surgery saved Margaret. She recovered, her eyes regaining their spark as she held Elias's hand in the hospital. But the real earthquake hit apex. At an all-hands meeting, Alexander stood with Harlan, now in a suit, cane-polished, and confessed. I've led with greed. That ends today. Harlan Jenkins is Apex's true architect. He's Chief Innovation Officer now. We're implementing better pay, full health coverage, no forced overtime. This company will thrive on kindness. Gasps turned to cheers. Employees who'd whispered in fear now stood tall. Stock dipped, then soared as #ApexRedemption trended worldwide. Harlan's act didn't just save a life, it humanized a corporation, inspiring competitors. Elias visited Harlan in his new office, once a closet. "You shook the company." "Thank you." Harlan smiled. "Your plea did that, son." Kindness is contagious. Months later, Margaret hosted a family dinner, Alexander, Elias, Harlan as an honored guest. Laughter filled the air, wounds healing. Apex wasn't just profitable, it was purposeful. In quiet moments, Harlan thought of Clara, knowing she'd be proud. This tale of a desperate plea and profound kindness reshaped lives and legacies. If it touched you, hit that like button and subscribe to Kindness Stories for more stories celebrating humanity's best.